Hi students, in this video section I try to explain how to design a spur gear if the diameter is known. So we can write this question and solve. I can read this one. Specify the details of a 14.5 degree involute spur gear to transmit 20 kW at 1200 rpm of the pinion. The gear ratio is 3:1 and the center distance is 400 mm. This is the another added point here, that is the center distance is 400 mm. Then the pinion is made of C30 heat treated steel and the gear of 0.3% carbon heat treated forged steel. The drive is to be safe for continuous operation. So from this question we can identify what are the given parameters. The pressure angle is given, that is alpha is equal to 14.5 degree involute tooth system. Then the power is given, that is 20 kilowatt. Then N1 is equal to 1200 rpm. Then the speed ratio I is given, that is equal to 3:1. The center distance, another new term, that is the center distance is 400 mm. Then pinion is C30 heat treated steel. We can write this as 0.3% of carbon heat treated forged steel. Then you have to design, or you have to find out the value of module FD, FEN and FW, wear load, endurance load and the dynamic load. We can solve it using these given data. So first of all we can find the value of T, D1 etc, D1, D2 etc, that is I is equal to N1 divided by N2. That value is given, that is ratio is equal to 3:1. So 3 is equal to 1200 divided by N2, and we know that it is similar to or same as D2 divided by D1. So from this equation we can take the value N2 is equal to 400 mm. Also we can write it as D2 is equal to 3D1. Center distance is given. If we connect two gears, the center to center distance, that is the pinion center to the gear center, that is equal to 400 mm. That is the diameter, the circle diameter, addition of the circle diameter divided by 2. That will be radius of each gear and pinion. That is given, that is equal to 400. So using that statement we can take the value of D1 plus 3D1 is equal to 800, or D1 is equal to 200. So we can calculate the value of D2 is equal to 600 mm. Next, the gear property, material properties are given. So we can take from our data book, for a 30% C30 heat treated steel, sigma D1 is equal to 220.6 megapascal. The gear and pinion, we can take next one, 0.3% carbon heat treated for a gear, that is equal to 220 megapascal. The BH value, Brenner hardness number for both gear and pinion, is also taken from the data book. Next one, we can design we can go for our design section. First of all we have to identify which one we have to design, that is gear or pinion. So again we can solve using the strength factor, that is equal to sigma into y. You can substitute each value here. That is, we know that the Z1 and Z2 Z1, from that equation we can calculate Z2. Then from the data book, equation number 12.17b, value of alpha 14.5 degree involute system, y is equal to 0.124 minus 0.684 divided by z. So corresponding value we can take from data book, that is for the 14.5 degree involute system. Using that equation you can find the value of y1, and similarly we can find value of y2. Then thus we can calculate the strength factor for pinion and a gear. Then the value here, the strength factor is 19.81 for pinion and 24.77 for gear. So according to our section, the design is based on pinion only. So we have to design the values for pinion. This is how to find the value of module. Next step. So using this equation from the data book 12.16, you can use this equation to calculate or to find the value of module. There is some change in this equation because in here the value of CV is taken because the value of V, we are not assuming that value. We can calculate because D1 is non-parameter, so we can calculate this value. Using this value, we can take it is you can find the value of V, that is 12.57. Then from our data book, for up to 30 meter per second, the value of CV is equal to 4.58 divided by this value, and substituting this value we can take the value of CV. Next, Y is equal to pi into Y1, that we can directly calculate. Then the value of FT, that is in previous case we are using MT, but here we are using FT because the diameter is non-parameter. So using this equation, that is equal to 1000 TCS divided by V, we can calculate the value of FT. Here assume that the service factor CS is equal to 1.5. Generally in all cases, if CS is not given, we can assume it as a 1.5. Then using these values, we can find the value of FT and substitute that value in equation. So thus we can calculate the value of M, that is equal to 3.79. We can standardize this value as 5 mm. Using that equation, we can check for the speed ratio, that is Z1 is equal to 200 divided by 5, that is equal to 40 D. Then Z2 is equal to D2 divided by M, that is equal to 600 divided by 5, 120. Then phase width is equal to 10 into 5, that is equal to 50 mm. Next we can check for speed ratio. From this equation, from this section, Z2 divided by Z1 is equal to 120 divided by 40, that is equal to 3. So it is same as in the given data. Next, please note this one. If the value of I does not match with the given data, then change the values of I in equation number 2 to obtain the same value. So you have to take the, or you have to check the speed ratio value. If it is not same, you have to use this section, this note, for the further calculation. Then use the calculated values of Z for the further calculation. Okay. Then next check for sigma D. We know that FT is equal to sigma D into CV into B into Y into M. Then we can calculate all these values, and we can find out sigma D. The value of sigma D is equal to 106.58, which is lesser than the given value. Okay, so the calculated values are lesser than the permissible value, so the design is safe. So next we can find the phase width, that is equal to B, that is equal to 50 mm, that is 5 into 10 mm. Next one, check for the dynamic load. As the previous case, dynamic load equations are same. From the data book, you can take that value. Using these unknown parameters, we can, if any unknown parameter we have, please take it as assumed value, and you can use these values and substitute, find the value of FD. Then next one, to find the endurance strength. Sorry. Then using this equation, that is FEN, you can calculate endurance value. Here also the FEN is greater than the FD, the material is safe against static tooth load. Then next we can go for wear load. Using that equation, using equation number 12.36a, that is FW is equal to D1B into Q into K. Using this equation, we can find the value of FW. Then using that consider that value FW, or find out that value. Fw is equal to 9.86 kilonewton. Here for a safety design, the Fw should greater than Fd, but here we get only 9.86, but our Fd value is 15.56 kilonewton, so design is unsafe. So we can write here as Fw is less than Fd. The pinion is subjected to rapid wear and hence has to be surface hardened for higher BHN, then only the design will be safe. So we can check again, find the value of K, that should be greater than 1.043, then using that value, that is for a steel we can take the table 12.16, and from that we can identify the materials sigma BHN should be 350 for pinion and BHN should be 300 for a gear. So we can conclude this is our final. Okay, thank you.